Hello there, this is Mike Gingerich. I want to welcome you to another episode of Live with Mike and the Halftime Mike podcast. Today, I want to talk about increasing your social media power for your business, for your organization through user-generated content and experiences. All right, so what that means is your business has the social media that you do, okay? And that is what your business does, what you do on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you're, posting things, sharing, responding. And then there is the potential for user-generated content. So this is content that is related to your brand that you get other users of social media to post. And this is where power can take off. This is where power can be really displayed and enhanced by thinking through that intentionally and creating specific user-generated content experiences. And I want to basically tell you a little story of how I saw this work out at a visit that I went to recently, and that is I went to Hershey's Chocolate World in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So in the U.S., one of the main dominant brands for chocolate, one of the most well-known brands, is Hershey's Chocolate. Hershey's Chocolate Bar, Hershey's Kisses are two of the mainstays. And if you're traveling in the U.S., you would see these. You will see these in airports. You will see them in drugstores. You will see them in supermarkets. You will see them at gas stations, that type of thing. So and when you come to Hershey, Pennsylvania, they have a number of things there. This is where the original Hershey's Chocolate plant was, where the company was started. And now they have a opportunity to go through Chocolate World, where they take you through the experience of chocolate being created, and so it's like a tour, but it's a there's also Hershey Park, which is an amusement park, and so Hershey's Chocolate World tried to continue that theme. It's separate but beside the park, and so it's all inside. And everything is themed with Hershey, and you get on this ride, and it takes you through the history and then the process of making chocolate, all of, from getting the beans to the process of how the manufacturing goes place to the wrapping and delivery, the milk, all those types of things that go into making Hershey's milk chocolate. Now, from a social media perspective, there were a number of things that I think that they were doing very well. And so they understood this concept of, number one, creating user-generated content experiences. And so when you are, they're going to have a number of people coming through their store. And, it's basically a tour and a retail establishment. They're selling all kinds of chocolate. They're selling hats, shirts, mugs, anything related to the chocolate. And so it's a retail establishment. So I think, you will be able to apply these things. If you're a retail store, you're going to have to think a little bit further, and I'll try to help you if you're from a B2B background. But they were intentional about saying this can help us grow our social media footprint by creating user-generated content experiences. They were intentional about that. So one of the key things that they did was they created a hashtag called Chocolate World. So that's what the place is called. It's Hershey's Chocolate World, and their hashtag that they had was Chocolate World, and they had that in multiple prominent places, so that as you were going in, you would be able to see this. That when you walk in, they had the symbols for Twitter, for Instagram, for Facebook. Share your pictures on using hashtag Chocolate World. And they actually had a stream at one spot where you could kind of see some of the things that have been posted with that hashtag Chocolate World. So your takeaway is, does your brand have a specific hashtag that you can use, that you can share with the world and encourage them to use when they're using your product? Okay, so this can, you see this with shoes, Nike, that type of thing, when they're using hashtags, just do it, those types of pieces, and they're encouraging you to add that hashtag to your picture. You're seeing this with GoPro, with lots of different things. They will create a hashtag that's it's separate from the username, thinking Instagram here, but it is a way to be tagged and a way to be found. So again, you have your brand accounts, but if you can get 50, 100, 500, 5,000 people to post a picture of them connecting with your product in a fun way, and they use your hashtag, that has multiplied your brand impact and brand effect, and the just amount of people that can be brand awareness, people that are aware of your brand because they're seeing it. Someone, if Sally took a picture of this and Sally posts her picture and uses hashtag Chocolate World, the key is that all of Sally's friends see that Sally was at Chocolate World and she posted this picture, and so they might have a favorable impression, or they might consider going to Chocolate World. So there's that trust relationship that is extended by someone else using that hashtag. So Hershey's Chocolate World made that possible by making sure we were aware of that. So at the beginning when we walked in, it was there. When we were getting ready to get on the tour, it was there. I was trying to think if there might have even been places within the tour that it was. It was definitely at the end of the tour as well that it announced, use the hashtag Chocolate World. Okay. The next thing that I identified that they did very well is that they, at the end of the tour, they gave us the opportunity to purchase digital photos and print photos that they took while we were going through the tour, and they made available to us. So at the beginning of the tour, they took a picture of us. There were a couple spots along the tour that it captured pictures of us, and by the end, they had these ready to go, printed. And but that wasn't the key. I mean, I think that was nice. That was a keepsake that I could take away, and I could have the memorabilia. And it wasn't just the picture. It had a whole booklet to kind of recap the history. It kept, so there was value in this booklet with your photos. It was just like a nice little scrapbook that they gave you of your time at Hershey's Chocolate World. But the true genius of it, in my opinion, was that they also made those photos available online. And so the pictures that they took, so that they're basically giving you content to share. So they gave us a URL, and if we went to that URL, there were those pictures of us online and with share buttons. So we could then, grab that, and we could share that to Instagram, we could share it to Facebook, we could share it to Twitter, easily right there. So, think through that in your events that you do, that type of thing, where, you would want to, if you're hosting an event, and you get 200 people to attend, and you can post photos of that, and you encourage them to take those photos from your website and make it easy for them to share that, and I can identify that. So they did it well because they had it narrowed down. This is who we were. We didn't have to go search for ourselves in the midst of a whole bunch of photos. They had our group, posted all together. So when we went to that link on the website, it was our photos. And then we could just grab those and share those. So they made photos of us in their location available online to us, and even give us pre-formatted the hashtag Chocolate World right there with that. So that was another key in multiplying the effect. So they understood that. People might have been paying attention, might not have been taking pictures along the way. They're going to help you by even giving you pictures that you can share. All right. So then the final thing that I really thought was very interesting and neat was that they created photo opportunities, photo booths, so to speak, within their venue, photo sets. And so when you were in the main area there where you could purchase things, they also had a couple locations that were set up, with some of the Hershey bar characters that you get your pictures taken with. There's another one that was another scene where you could get set up, and you would go and, be in line, and then you'd have your opportunity to get into the scene and get your picture taken. And they had those hashtags, signs within that photo. So when you took a picture of that photo, you're going to have that hashtag within it. And so it was going to be in the photo, but it was also encouraged to share that. And so setting up those types of environments, I think, was key. And I think a lot of locations miss this. If you are, a gym, you are a event location, you're hosting an event, and maybe you're co-working office. You are all types of places, retail places, and a tourist attraction, some type of thing like that. And you can create kind of fun little environments or photo op opportunities of people within your store, within your location, at your event, that makes it easy for them to want to share. Sometimes people don't know what to share. They take bad pictures, whatever, but you're helping them by giving them environments. So again, this was just a wonderful opportunity to go to Chocolate World, but also to see Chocolate World, in my opinion, doing social media right. And I think there's a number of things that we can take away from this for small businesses, and that includes: are you thinking through user-generated content experiences? Are you thinking through, getting a hashtag? Are you thinking through ways that you can get photos and allow others who are using your product or at your event or at your space to be able to see those and share those of themselves? And the third thing is, are you creating environments or booths, within your facility, within your space, so that it's ready-made for the photo op opportunity? I think that's how you generate more social media power, by multiplying the effect, beyond your account, but getting your community involved with that, and those who just are, one time in your community or just being a part of your community for an event. But that's how you magnify that effect, and the effect is powerful because there's the trust factor when they're sharing something. Sally shares something. Sally's 200 followers on Instagram see that and have a trust factor if they trust, because they trust Sally in that. And so they're aware of that. And so somebody might not have been searching the hashtag Chocolate World, but they are following Sally. And so they see that on Instagram and they say, oh, she was at Chocolate World, and she used the hashtag Chocolate World. I wonder what else is there. They click through in that hashtag. They see everything that everyone else posts about hashtag with that hashtag, and they see this is a happening place. It's got some neat things. It's great for children. It's great for teenagers. It's great for adults. I think when we're heading east through Pennsylvania, we got to stop in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and check this out on our way to New York City. Whatever it is, those types of pieces. But that's how a brand can magnify the power. But it takes some intentionality. It takes some thought. It takes some stepping back. And I don't think that too many small businesses are doing this well enough. So take some time and stop and think about, can you use and get behind that power of user-generated content by creating those types of experiences. Your own hashtag to begin with, and where should you have that hashtag displayed so that people know what to do with it. Digital photos, can you make those available for people to share? And can you create opportunities, environments, booths, setups for them? Simple things, doesn't have to be grand, that they can use and take their picture with and share that. And ultimately that can help your brand get brand awareness, get brand trust, and increase the power out there for you. So that's what I had for today. I wanted to talk about that, and you can always reach me on the web, ask me some questions. I'd be glad to follow through on those things. But this was Mike with the Live with Mike and Halftime Mike podcast. That's it for today. Over and out. Take care.